through that whole experience really led me to lean into creativity.
We'll put it in one of the
Yeah, we both got embarrassing pictures.
Young Shelby.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
When in that season of your life or in that period would you say kind of you had a real low point?
Again, it's all quite blurred, but I did find like going through items trying to figure out what to bring today. I didn't bring it because it's quite personal, but it was like a journal and trigger warning, like I just didn't want to be here no more. And it was like 13-year-old me writing that. It must have been hard, but I just don't remember. Like, I think it must be a coping mechanism. But what I wrote was really sad, and like reading it made me really sad for myself. It was like, wow, like I think that at that low point, I just felt like I couldn't do it.
And
like,
this is you at 13. So
yeah.
was this when you were still being like homeschooled and stuff?
I was homeschooled at this point, and looking back, I appreciate being homeschooled so much. I learned so much.
Who did it? Like, how did it work? The homeschooling?
My mum like hired 3 different like tutors, but also my mum did like a lot of teaching with me, a lot of trips, like science museum.
They did a good job still.
Yeah, my mum did an amazing job. And she's an older mother as well, so she had me at 43. So there's a big age gap between us. She did an amazing job. Learn a lot about like our history, our culture.
That's beautiful.
But in that point, it felt so isolating because for me, home was meant to be a safe space, but school was an unsafe space, but now school's at home. So it was like mixing my safe space and what made me feel unsafe. And I was like, I didn't like this. Like, I couldn't navigate through it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, at 13, I felt like, I just couldn't do it no more. And that, again, I don't know the direct emotions because I don't know, it's very blurry. But reading that made me quite sad.
Do you ever look back on it? Like, do you have moments where you kind of look back on it to kind of think about how far you've come in
100%.
terms of... Yeah, what's that like? When you kind of just have those moments, like, how do you feel?
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Even we did, for HASIS, the company, we launched research the other day in July, and like all my family came. First time, like, my sisters and my mum came to like a HASIS event all together, and like, I was like, that's crazy, because they were like, whoa, like I've never seen you speak like that, never seen you articulate yourself like that, or even feel like so confident being yourself on a stage. Like normally when I'm on a stage, I'm portraying a different character through acting. So like portraying myself, it was like, wow, 13-year-old Shelby, she would have ran away and started crying if you told her, oh, you're gonna go on that stage and speak. Like, yeah. I would have started crying, like hysterical crying to the point I'm vomiting. Like I wouldn't have been able to fathom that. Like it would have been insane.
Is that real though? Is that real?
It was.
It is that real? And I mean, I've seen you articulate, and even hearing what you're saying now, like I'm honestly like super like just proud, even more because obviously like, yeah, we spoke on like Ideator, but like I didn't know the depths of kind of like, you told us that HASIS was born out of kind of, you know, your own experiences kind of being bullied and you wanting to kind of respond to that in a positive way, but to overcome the things that you've been able to overcome in that space of kind of like mental challenge and actually receiving a diagnosis, you know, for a mental health challenge that, like, I mean, tell me more about that. Like, it's something that never goes away, right? But how are you overcoming it like every day and like coping through it now? Like, what are some practical things that you're choosing to do?
I think it's I've learnt my triggers. So like even today was a bit of a trigger for me because I was late, and being late is a big trigger. Like if I was younger, if I'm more than 10 minutes late, I just won't go. Like I won't, whether it's school,
Why is it such a big thing?
I wish I understood. I still don't know. I wish I understood, but I think, it's just a big thing to the point I've had to like do breathing systems, or even on the way here, when I realized I was gonna be late, I had to call my mum. I was like, Mum, I'm gonna be late, like I need you, like talk me through it, please. And having to having like breathing techniques, but then also just having systems in place where knowing this might be my trigger, knowing, okay, maybe get an Uber rather than a train, or checking journeys, or just working with it rather than against it. I think it's leaning into it and like, this is a part of me or part of the way I navigate life. Let's make it work rather than like rejecting it. It's like, this is a taboo subject. We don't talk about it. We don't work with it. No, it's fine. I have anxiety. Maybe because I care, maybe because I'm passionate about it. Whatever it might be, let's work with it and let's like turn it into something different.
How have you been able to become so at peace with the idea of like living with versus trying to get over it? Because I think sometimes there's a lot of pressure from what I've seen on people to just have to get over it or to like act like it's not something that is like a part of you or like it, and you know, sometimes especially in African culture, you know, and it's getting better, but you know, for many years there's a sense of like, you know, you're not complete or you're not whole if you've also got those kinds of things, which is very sad, like in terms of like anxiety or any other mental health. But you just spoke there about like understanding that it's something you have to work with, and like how have you got to that point, or who's helped you get to that point where you've really become so like content and even just happy about that, you know, even as you're saying it, I feel like you're so comfortable and just easy about it.
Who's helped me get there?
Or how have you been able to get there for yourself?
Having a really like progressive family has like really been helpful. Like my mum and my sisters have always been there to support me. From even coming to like therapy sessions with me, has been a big helper because it was a journey for them as well as me. Because I think with that, it's not just me to like accept it. It's my community around me to accept it as well. And I remember at some of the points, my friends from like my estate that I grew up on would come therapy with me too. Like I would want them to come because it was like, I don't know how to explain this. Let my therapist explain it to you kind of thing. So yeah, having a really good community and a community willing to like invest in me, I think that has been a big helper. But also just accepting it, like it generally it is what it is. Like I'm dyslexic too. I will spell discovery 4 different ways. It is what it is. Let's use autocorrect. Like let's use tools that will help. Like in uni, reading a script, I would have to have it printed in blue because it helps with like dyslexia or whatever. So it's like just learning ways to work with it. I think, it's just really accepting like this is what it is. And it's not about changing. It's just about making it work for you. Like, I don't know.
No, but it makes complete sense. And I think, that's honestly like amazing that you've been able to get to that place, especially at such a young age. You haven't yet also got the reference points or the experiences in life that will give you the hope that you can get through. Because I think when you get a little bit older and you've seen things, so like you at kind of, you know, you might have a season in life that's really challenging and difficult, but at least you can look back and reflect and say, actually, like I've been through seasons where this is just another one of those times that I can get through. But when you're so young, you're kind of like, this is all like life is, you know what I'm saying?
For a long time, this was just me. That's my identity. And it was like, I just didn't like that. That was what it was. And I was like, no, but I'm more than that. Like, I like this thing. I'm interested in this thing. I'm good at this. And it was like, lean into the positive attributes of me, like the positive characteristics.
Even through that low point, right, where you mentioned you kind of going through that, just a season of maybe having suicidal thoughts that you were battling with and not wanting to be here, you know, when you think back to it today as you're sat with me, like how has that been something or turned into something that you're now to some degree like able to reflect on in a more thankful, hopeful, and in a way of like gratitude for being able to come through that and then still being who you are today? And have we got an item for that one?
I do.
Come on.
I think for me, it was, connecting to creativity. Like this is absolutely dirty. It's disgusting. This was like my journal from college. So just before uni. And it was, this is so embarrassing. So at college, I studied performance arts. And in that time, I was also a makeup artist. But whilst I was being a makeup artist, I was also trying to build my own like hair and skincare brand. And this was all just before HACIS.
So that's what that is.
Yeah, that's makeup. And that was makeup from 2019. So
2019?
Yeah. This was under my bed. So
Heritage, archive.
But everything I went through has led me to creativity. So like that is literally how I understand the world. Whether it's something difficult, whether it's
that
something...
the note from the teacher?
Yeah.
Nah, read out. You have to, if you don't
I'll
mind.
start.
If you don't mind,
It
because that's
says,
proper cute.
I know. I think I can read the handwriting. It says, to Shelby Bootle, my Aquarius college daughter, you're an amazing woman. What an amazing woman you are. It has been an honor to be a part of your journey. You'll always reach every success, class of 2019.
She was right.
Really sweet. I know.
That's beautiful, man.
I recently connected with her again on Facebook.
Oh, we have to make sure she sees this then.
Yeah, I'll send it right to her.
Yeah. Facebook
Right
though.
to her.
Damn, I ain't used Facebook in a minute.
At all. You run that to run Facebook ads.
So you've mentioned like obviously how even through that space you were able to kind of connect with creativity. So let's talk more about that. Like how were you able to connect to creativity? We spoke earlier about like drama therapy and that kind of stuff. So yeah, talk to me a bit more about that kind of creative connection.
I think it led me to creativity, but also it led me to like having so much empathy. Like I was able to have such a deep understanding of like empathy and also community, because my community really showed out for me, whether it's friends, family, or like the wider network of the support I had in that time. And I just really wanted to give back, and I didn't know how to. I was young. I can't really give money, can't really give shelter. And at that point, that looked like my tools, and my tools were my creativity. So I started doing makeup for like my friends. I did makeup for a few prom girlies. I even done like a wedding before, special effects. Yeah, so I used to do like cuts, bruises, gun wounds, like special effects.
Oh, raw, you were locked in like that?
Yeah, all self-taught as well, yeah.
Raw.
Yeah.
So like you could do like movie kind of type,
Yeah.
like, raw, that's it. I
wanted to, but I just never priced it right, because it was always for my friends. I was like, oh yeah, just pay my Uber. It's like, no, shall we like, hello, you gotta get something from this. But yeah, so like, my empathy and my creativity, I would just always just lend it out. And yeah, so from makeup to like painting, I absolutely love painting. I think for me, that's my tool of therapy right now. To building HSIS and like doing more so like events and creative direction, even going into youth work, like it's all kind of, for me, has been connected. It's like a little spiral.
Yeah.
It's all connected. I just said leaning with the curiosity. I think that's so big. That's such like a big thing for us at HSIS as well. Like we're very big. Like right now, our three like core pillars are liberation, exploration, and belonging. And like for me, not only that the business is pillars, but I think it's part of my core pillars in life too.
Amazing. And would you say like, because yeah, I mean, you've already started to answer the last question, which is like, how has all of this shaped your why? So would you say that kind of, you said exploration, liberation, and belonging, is that very much the core at which kind of you as Shelby have like grown to become through everything you've gone through? Talk about each one individually for me.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's start with exploration. I think exploring life and like going through life with like an open lens, like leaning into that. I love the word curiosity, like I absolutely love that word. Like leaning into that. And one big thing I've accepted this year is that I am multifaceted. For a long time, I felt like I couldn't do other stuff if I'm a business owner, because it's gonna look like I failed at business, or, oh, I can't be a makeup artist and be a business owner. Oh, I can't be a creative director and work on shoots because I should be working my business. But I think this year I really accepted creativity is something that I love, it's something that I want to explore. Let's commit to that. Let's commit, whether it's in HSIS, whether it's through different projects, whatever it might be. But also exploring relationships and friendships. Like, yeah, just even this conversation today for me is exploration. Not only have I found out stuff about you, but through this whole conversation, I'm realizing so much more about me too, and like acknowledging stuff. Like I promise you, on my way home, I got my journal in my bag. Me and my pen and paper will be having a conversation. Like we will be having a conversation.
Love that.
And I think everyone should explore life. I think, go through life with an open lens and have fun and exploration. For me, when I think of the word exploration, I see like a spiral, and it's like going here, going there, just like figuring it out, do something for like a little bit, figure, oh, that's cool, okay, now go here, like almost like a little map, and that's crucial. belonging, feeling safe, feeling comfort, and feeling held. I think that is some core feelings that, as humans, I believe we deserve. Not only to be held, but to hold others as well, I think. Nowadays, I think we're really championing like individualism, and I absolutely hate that. Like, let's be a community, guys. Like, let's belong together, you know? And yeah, liberation, when I think of liberation, I think of like taking control of your life. And feeling liberated to say no, feeling liberated to say yes, feeling liberated to have choice, you know? I think, yeah, for me, that's what that is. Yeah.
Can't lie, man. That is such a cold way. Like, we could end it right now, fam. Like, nah, you literally... No, what? No way you waffled, fam. Like, Shelby, you gotta deep it. Like, you've spoken about like being 13 years old and saying you don't want to be here. And you're here with us right now. Like, I say us because obviously we've got our viewers and we've got the Cosy crew here. And like, what you just said, liberation, exploration, and belonging with meaning. You know, sometimes like... Obviously, I work in that marketing, fam. People just say words.
Yeah.
Authenticity, community.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that mean though? And then it's like, just buzzwords, fam. And then they come with some interesting meanings in it. Like, obviously, everyone's trying a thing though, innit? I'll talk about that in another episode. But those have genuine meanings to you, rooted in a life that you have lived. And things that you have gone through, that you've had to, you've become refined. Like you've become refined as a person, and you live by values now through what was like real fire in it, like values that actually have meaning and depth and significance in your own life.
Crazy.
So that's never waffle. Like, honestly, like even me, it's always interesting when I come into these episodes because I kind of know what to expect or what I'm expecting, but then it's a conversation, right? So a conversation will ebb and flow as it does. And even, I'm sure there's stuff you've spoken about that even though you would have prepared, you know, maybe you've said some stuff today that you, like you said, you were kind of like, you realized stuff about yourself and the conversation has gone to places that maybe,
I did not think.
And honestly, like, nothing you've said today, like, is anything new. All it shows to me is like, you've really got like a beautiful testimony that we've been able to explore today, because man, that is that honestly, like, the fact that it's even encouraged me as much as it is, and I'm not even just saying that, like, genuinely, like, that sense of belonging, like, landed, like have a village and be a villager, like, that is something, trust me, I'll always give you your credits, but I'm using that. I'm 100%.
Might trademark that?
I'm 100% using that, fam.
I think that's a message that needs to be stressed.
Before we end, we also like to ask guests one last question, which is just, what are you still asking then? If you mentioned curiosity is one of your favorite words, so how are you still curious now? What are you still asking yourself in this kind of current season, and do we have an item for that? Yeah, so let's see. The item I have final one. My book, Bell Hooks, All About Love. Okay. Talk to me about this. I see this book everywhere. I'm about to say, this is a bit of a popular book. I first got my first copy when I was like 14. Okay. Whatever I understood of that then is very much different to what I understood now. But I'm leaning into science a lot right now. Science? Yeah. So at HASIS, we launched a R&D project called The Science of Sisterhood. And that's looking at like the sociology, the psychology, but also the neuroscience and history of sisterhood. And I'm really in that space of honouring legacy. Like, I don't feel like, for me, sisterhood is not a new concept. It's something that's been around for years. And like the ladies that I mentioned at Bell Hooks have explored that for a long time. And I think I'm at the point where I'm asking, how do I honour this legacy? How do I add legacy? How do I honour this legacy? And how do I add onto it whilst leaving my own impact, whilst leaving my own mark? And like, what does that look like? How do I do it? And how do we share it, you know? So I think, that's something I'm still asking why right now. So will we one day maybe get a Shelby book? Oh, maybe I'm dyslexic, so if anyone has a little ghostwriter, need help, please reach out. Well, we'll get something, definitely, sure. I would love to. We're hoping with that to potentially bring out a book, but also give some framework so people can apply those
ideologies and those strategies and those, those frameworks to their own life to have a sisterhood that thrives and that can be beneficial as well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Shelby, man. It has honestly been...
guys, thank you.
It has honestly been an absolute pleasure to have this conversation with you. Honestly, I've been so encouraged by so much of what you've said, and I hope everyone watching, you've been able to enjoy, you've taken some inspiration, some encouragement from this amazing person, Shelby. And yeah, man, just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing, keep building. I've been blessed as well to meet some of the Haces crew.
Yes, you met so many of our girls. Ray, Shania, JR,
Shania. But now, honestly, just keep building, keep doing what you're doing, and I'm just so proud to even just be able to shout you, rap to you. We can talk business, but even to just talk life the way that we've spoken today. And honestly, man, you're living a beautiful life. So just keep running it up, man.